Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to address an important and often overlooked aspect of pornography consumption: its impact on mental health. Engaging in excessive pornography consumption can have profound effects on an individual's psychological well-being, leading to feelings of guilt, shame, and a distorted self-image. One of the key consequences of porn addiction is the erosion of self-esteem. When individuals become hooked on explicit sexual content, they often find themselves caught in a cycle of compulsive behavior, repeatedly seeking out more extreme material to achieve the same level of arousal. This constant need for novelty can create feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. The unrealistic standards set by pornography can lead individuals to question their own desirability, sexual performance, and attractiveness, causing a significant blow to their self-esteem. Moreover, the excessive consumption of pornography can contribute to the development of a distorted self-image. The unrealistic portrayals of bodies, sexual encounters, and relationships depicted in pornography can skew an individual's perception of what is considered normal or desirable. As a result, people may find themselves comparing their own bodies, sexual experiences, and relationships to the carefully curated and often exaggerated representations in porn. This distorted self-image can fuel insecurities, dissatisfaction, and perpetuate negative body image issues. Studies have also shown a clear link between porn addiction and symptoms of anxiety and depression. The constant exposure to explicit sexual content, which can be overwhelming and unnatural, can create feelings of anxiety and distress. Individuals may experience a sense of guilt or shame surrounding their porn consumption, which can exacerbate anxiety symptoms. Additionally, the addictive nature of pornography can lead to a sense of powerlessness and loss of control, contributing to feelings of depression and hopelessness. It is important to note that the impact of porn addiction on mental health can extend beyond the individual. Relationships can be significantly affected as well. Partners of individuals struggling with porn addiction often experience feelings of betrayal, insecurity, and a diminished sense of intimacy. Trust can be shattered, communication can break down, and emotional connections can suffer. These relationship challenges, coupled with the individual's own psychological struggles, create a complex web of emotional turmoil and strain. Pornography consumption can have profound consequences on the psyche, leading to a range of psychological challenges. One such impact is the development of associativity, which refers to the tendency to associate sexual arousal and gratification exclusively with pornographic content. Over time, individuals who heavily rely on pornography for sexual stimulation may struggle to become aroused or experience satisfaction in real-life sexual encounters. This dissociation between sexual intimacy and genuine connection can hinder the development of healthy relationships and erode the ability to fully engage in physical and emotional intimacy. Furthermore, excessive consumption of pornography has been associated with the development or exacerbation of agoraphobia, a condition characterized by the fear of open or public spaces. Porn addiction can lead individuals to isolate themselves, seeking solace and gratification solely within the confines of their own private spaces. This withdrawal from social interactions and avoidance of real-life experiences can perpetuate agoraphobic tendencies, as individuals may become increasingly anxious or uncomfortable in social situations outside their controlled environment. Another significant impact of porn addiction is the potential loss of personal identity and the blurring of boundaries between fantasy and reality. Prolonged exposure to explicit sexual content can contribute to a sense of detachment from one's own desires, preferences, and values. Individuals may find themselves fixated on the scripted narratives and exaggerated performances depicted in pornography, gradually losing touch with their authentic selves. This loss of personal identity can hinder personal growth, intimate connections, and the ability to engage in meaningful relationships beyond the realm of sexual fantasies. Moreover, excessive consumption of pornography has been associated with a sense of apathy and emotional numbness. The constant exposure to intense and explicit sexual content can lead to desensitization, where individuals require increasingly extreme material to experience arousal or emotional response. This desensitization can extend beyond the realm of sexuality, affecting individuals' ability to feel and empathize with others in different areas of life. Over time, this emotional numbing can impact overall emotional well-being and hinder the development of healthy emotional connections. It is important to highlight that these psychological impacts can manifest differently in each individual, as everyone's experience with porn addiction is unique. Some may exhibit more severe symptoms, while others may experience milder effects. However, recognizing and addressing these potential psychological challenges is crucial to promote overall mental well-being and prevent further harm. Overcoming the psychological impact of porn addiction often requires professional intervention. Therapists or counselors specializing in sexual addiction can provide valuable guidance and support to individuals struggling with these challenges. Cognitive behavioral therapy, group therapy, and other evidence-based approaches can help individuals develop healthier attitudes towards sexuality, rebuild their sense of self, and restore emotional connections. In today's digital age, the accessibility of pornography has significantly increased, and unfortunately, this means that children are increasingly being exposed to explicit sexual content at an early age. This early exposure can have lasting and detrimental effects on their developing psyche. One of the primary concerns is the impact of pornography on the sexual development of children. Pornography presents a distorted and unrealistic portrayal of sex, relationships, and body image. When young minds are exposed to such explicit and often violent content, it can shape their understanding of healthy relationships, consent, and sexual behavior. This early exposure can lead to the formation of inaccurate and unhealthy beliefs about sex, which can have long-term consequences on their future relationships and overall well-being. Additionally, children who are exposed to pornography at a young age may face difficulties in differentiating between fantasy and reality. Pornography blurs the line between consensual and non-consensual sexual acts, often depicting aggression, objectification, and violence. This can create confusion and a distorted perception of what constitutes appropriate sexual behavior. As a result, children may struggle to develop healthy boundaries, empathy, and a clear understanding of mutual respect in intimate relationships. Furthermore, early exposure to pornography can contribute to the development of addiction and compulsive behavior later in life. Young and impressionable minds are particularly vulnerable to the highly stimulating and addictive nature of pornography. The repeated exposure to explicit content at an early age can wire the brain to seek out constant novelty and instant gratification, setting the stage for potential addiction later in life. This addiction can have severe consequences on their mental health, relationships, and overall quality of life. Moreover, the negative impact on children's mental well-being cannot be overlooked. Research has shown that early exposure to pornography is associated with an increased risk of developing psychological issues such as anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. The explicit and often degrading nature of pornography can shape their perception of self-worth, body image, and their place in society. These harmful messages can contribute to the development of negative self-perception and hinder the healthy development of their self-esteem. It is crucial for parents, educators, and society as a whole to recognize the potential harm that early exposure to pornography can inflict on children. Initiating age-appropriate and comprehensive sex education, which includes discussions about healthy relationships, consent, and the potential dangers of pornography, is crucial to equip children with the knowledge and critical thinking skills necessary to navigate the complex world of human sexuality. In conclusion, the negative effects of pornography on the psyche are particularly concerning when it comes to children being exposed at an early age. It can distort their understanding of healthy sexual development, impair their ability to differentiate between fantasy and reality, and increase the risk of developing addiction and mental health issues later in life. By addressing this issue head-on, promoting age-appropriate sex education, and providing support for children and their families, we can mitigate the harmful impact of pornography on young minds and pave the way for healthier and more fulfilling futures. Thank you for your attention, and let us work together to protect the well-being and innocence of our children, fostering an environment that prioritizes their mental health, healthy sexual development, and overall flourishing.